Heyo, how's it going everyone, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. Since last episode, I've gone ahead and set up a few assemblers here, making smart plating, so that we can get the 1000 we need for phase 2 of the space elevator. And I have also doubled our coal power once again, like I did last episode. So now, instead of 2 sets of 8 coal generators, we have 4 sets of 8 coal generators, producing a total of 2,400 megawatts. So now, I've talked about this briefly in the past few episodes, but we're getting close to a point where the episodes can become a lot more structured and a lot more pre-planned out. Up until this point, I've just been playing the game and recording it and, you know, putting together everything as best I could. But now that we're kind of past the very early game where, you know, I'm just playing and having fun, I'm going to start to get into some more organized builds and everything and planning stuff out. So hopefully we're getting to a point where the episodes can be a lot more structured and have a lot more plan to them and flow a lot nicer. Today's plan, I would love to get into a big huge steel factory that I have planned here, but we'll see where we get with that, because before I can do that, I have to move all of this stuff away from here. Why is the hub green? The hub wasn't green before. Why is it green now? It's not green anymore. Okay, is it, what, huh? Anyway, that dismantle crate is still there. I gotta go there. Actually, I think that's right in the red forest. I'll have to go there and see what it is and why it's there. So, where are we moving things? I'm thinking we're gonna move over here, or at least we're gonna use I believe there's 4 pure iron nodes. We're at least gonna use those iron nodes. Maybe we can build something in this open area. And I want to move all of this stuff out and rebuild it all over there, because right here is where I want to build a big old steel factory that I've mentioned so many times now, using the 3 pure coal nodes up there and the 3 pure iron nodes down here, as well as the 1 pure copper node and all the limestone that we have in this area to make a ton of stuff. I was using the production planner to help me plan it out and everything, and I got all the math done. I mentioned it last time while I was sick and couldn't record. And I think it uses like almost 600 megawatts of power. So that's another reason why I had to double my power again. This might not even be enough. I'm not totally sure. But I wanted to just see if we could go ahead and unlock everything else. Because if I'm moving stuff back and forth, I might need to come back here while I'm doing that. So if I can just set up a hypertube pathway. Oh, hey, hard drive research complete. I started so many hard drives. Uh-oh, I can't scroll up anymore. That's not good. That was weird. Anyway, I still have a few more left. They aren't even in there. They're in here. So I'm gonna just keep, you know, working my way through researching all of those. But now that I think about it, I believe hypertubes require what are they called? Oh, I need more copper. They require the encased industrial beams to make, if I'm not mistaken, which we aren't currently automating. We will be soon. Why am I going up here? We will be soon, but we aren't now. Here I say, oh yes, the episode is more structured and planned, and then I screw everything up because I didn't plan the intro at all. Yay! I don't really want to get to a point where I'm just following a script, but it might have to come to that. Okay, what do we got with hypertubes?
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Hey! Let's check out what these need to build. Oh! They only require copper pipes, which, conveniently, we have a bunch of, because we've been using the iron pipes. So I can set that up. Oh, looks like we're falling cable. I've also been doing a bunch of manual uploading. We got pretty much every single resource that I have right now is in here, I think. Now the quartz crystal drop pod marker is green. Actually, wait, I could go get that. I won't right now because it's far away, but when I go and hook up all the coal, I can get that because I have quartz crystals now. Anyway, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here and probably try and set up a hypertube line, because we can do that now. All right, the hypertube line down to the iron factory is all set up. Let's go ahead and head down there. I also brought down the power cables using the fancy blueprint that I made. So we can come on down here and pop out here. So we got this big old cliff thing going here with a little pathway up here. And if we head up here, we got 4 iron nodes, 2 here and 2 right there. I would like to use all 4 of these, so that would be 4 270 belts of iron ingots to produce all the iron stuff. But before we do all of that, we gotta clear this area of all the nature. And once we clear this off, we can start getting some foundations going here and get this whole place set up. What I want to do is there's kind of this, clearly there's this little pathway up here, so it'd be cool to have kind of 2 towers, one around this bit of rock and one there, and kind of have this be like, could be an entrance, like a drivable entrance up into the factory, and then you want to have like a foundation going over the cliff, and it kind of goes along, and then maybe way down there or something, it's covered up again by another pillar rounding off the other corner. So let's go ahead and get started on that after we clear all these nature out. Okay, we got some basic foundation outlines in here. So we got the 2 pillars here, sort of the pathway entrance up there. Then we got a 3rd pillar on this side to round it all off. And I've added in some inverted ramps to make this foundation a little bit thicker. And if we head up to the top here, you can see we got a pretty good platform area going. We got a little indent in here for the miner, and we'll do the same for the 2nd miner. And then along with that, as I destroyed all the nature from this area, this cactuses gave mycelia, and I turned the mycelia into fabric. So we're going to go ahead and research some fabric stuff, because I think we have enough to research, say, the parachute and equipment hand slot and even the gas mask, it looks like. So let's grab this back into our inventory here and let's research some stuff.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Yep. Alright, so if we go into the equipment workshop, we should have the parachute. Yep, I'm not going to craft one just yet. I'm going to hold on to it because I want to unlock the extra hand equipment slot. There we go. We got more space. We can store that now.
Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
Okay. Okay then. Can't unlock that yet. If I go find some coal, we can get the gas mask, but I don't think we'll be able to really craft any filters yet. That is very interesting, but I am going to make a parachute, and actually I think that puts us... yeah, not quite enough mycelia. Parachute, alright. So now we can fall, or fly rather, and not fall. Let's continue working on this foundation and making it look a lot better. Okay, so we now have the front of the area pretty much done here. So we got 2 pillars. I extended these pillars up a little smaller, and we got this little railing. Let me hop out over it here and use the parachute so we can see what I've done here. There we go. So we got the 2 pillars. I've added a bunch of beams everywhere, just a bunch of vertical lines, a bunch of pillars going all this way, that way, and everywhere. And I added a little indent with some metal foundations, half foundations in there. Thought that looked pretty nice. And I'm still not 100% sure if I want to actually use this other pillar or not yet. I don't know if the factory really needs to be that big. Like, it's just basic iron parts. So I'm leaving it there, but I'm just kind of thinking about it, still considering it, if I actually want to do it or not. But while I was building all of this, I found a little cave back in here. Hidden back here. A little cave. I'm assuming there's gonna be some enemies in here, but let's check it out and see what's in here. Look at all this purple foliage. Yep. There's spiders. There's another spider. Hello? They don't like taking damage. Wow. Oh, it splits off. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, there's a big boy. That's a big one. Oh, okay, we got him. All right. Was it? No. I think this is everything that was this way. That's weird. Where are all the... Oh! Look at that! We got a summer sloop. Nice. Aw, no voice line.
Look
That's
through
sad.
the window and witness a thread.
Some voice line. That's cool that all the rocks are like coming out in spikes towards it. All right, we got another summer sloop. That's awesome. Go ahead and upload that. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. Now that we got the overhang and foundations all done, I'm still kind of also not 100% sure about the walls there. The walls. It's a little bright. Oh, but we definitely need some other color and texture than just concrete. So maybe I could change them to... Oh, I don't have the other walls unlocked yet, but I could change them to a different wall, or I could even go like periodically down throughout it and add even more lines or something. That went the wrong way. But yeah, like adding a couple of more lines, or maybe just around like closer to the ground or something. I don't know. Figure it out. Just building on the fly, just seeing what happens. So now we need to come up back to the platform up here. And I need to decide how far I'm going to extend this out. I haven't actually done the math yet for what I'm going to be producing on this factory. Because originally I figured I'd just figure it out as I went, because it's just simple iron parts. But since this tree's here, I do think it would be cool to incorporate it into the build, but I don't know if I need that much space. I probably will, let's be realistic. So I'm going to go do the math and figure out what exactly I'm going to produce, and then we got to start working on what we're actually going to put on here. I've tried a couple of different things in a little creative testing world. Nothing's really worked out so far. I'm not totally sure if I want to have this just be a big platform with a couple of different buildings in it, like more towers going up, kind of like these, or if it should all be like one big connected thing. Still trying to figure that part out. So we'll go ahead and get to work on that, and I'll come back and update y'all how it's going. Okay, so we have the beginnings of a facade of the building here. So what I did is we got some half foundations here, and then I made some cutouts and I put some beams in there, and I did that unpainted finish to them, and then we got the hex frame windows in there and a painted beam also with the unpainted finish on it, looking pretty good. So we got the two on either side, and then this one in the center. It's got a nice doorway that'll go into the factory. And then also, I went ahead and did this around this tree here. Looking pretty cool. So I made a simple kind of a curve. I used the catwalk crossing. Where is it at? Architecture. Catwalk crossing. I used the method with the catwalk crossing where you like hold control and then you rotate it, and you can rotate the foundations and stuff. Let me do it real quick on here. I had to place one, and then you do that. You can rotate it, and then you can align the foundation that way. Technically not like a perfect alignment like this one. One of them was slightly longer. It was as close as I could get it, and it looks good enough. So we got the foundations going around the big old tree here, and I'm not totally sure if I want to have the building go all the way up and over and have the tree be inside of the building, or if I want the building to end beforehand and then have the tree be outside of the building as a feature. We'll just kind of figure it out and see where it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on finishing up this facade. I did pretty much design the entire thing in creative beforehand while I was testing stuff out. So now I'm just rebuilding it and actually detailing it properly. So let's go ahead and let's get this front facade all ready to go. Okay, the front facade is done, pretty much. I think it is done. It is nighttime, unfortunately, but it's mostly done. I'm still missing a couple parts, but let's head up there and check it out. Okay, now we're up here. I wish I had mods so I could get pack utility so I could fly around, but it's fine. We don't quite have that yet, and looks like it's becoming morning, maybe. So there is still one thing missing. I don't have the billboards unlocked yet, because I didn't have enough tickets to get them from the awesome shop. So my plan is to have some billboards in here that are lit up in that the neon blue color. Or I guess it's not neon, but that bright teal color that I have billboards in here. Then I would also like to replace those top windows on this front here with the glowing billboards as well. We got this overhang, this first overhang here that covers up the walkway down below. And then we got a little second overhang just to block off the billboards and transition into the very top part of the building, which same design with the inset pillars that are painted darker. And then we got this sort of overhang with a trellis. I thought it looked kind of cool. All of these are just the unpainted, unpainted finish. That is what it's called, right? Yeah, the unpainted finish. Actually, I might have done the chrome finish on these painted beams up here. So yeah, facade is pretty much done. Once I get enough tickets to unlock the billboards, I will get them and then we'll add them in. And I also went ahead and walled off the sides of the building. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do decoration wise, but I'm thinking I'm gonna like cut off the building and have the wall go down here and have the tree be outside of the building, kind of just on the outside like this, because I do think that would look better than trying to have it cover the whole thing up, because then it's just gonna be a way too big of a rectangle and I don't know what to do on this side. And I'm still not totally sure what to do with these side towers yet. I thought about making them go taller. I do want to make them go taller, but I don't necessarily want it to overshadow this building. So I'm not totally sure. I'm still thinking about it and still figuring it all out. But anyway, now I'm gonna get to work on finishing off this side of the building and making the building look good from all sides and not just having the one facade and then unfinished. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, well, the building is done. The front of it looks pretty dang good. The backside over here, I would also say looks pretty good. We did a very similar technique here with the windows and the pillars that are unpainted and everything. And it just goes down right in front of where this miner is. If I put it out further, it was gonna be too close to the tree here. And I decided I want to have the tree be an exterior thing. If we go around to the sides though, I mean, they don't look too great, but it's fine. Ignore the ladder there. I'm using it to get up there while I was working on it. They don't look too great, but I really wasn't sure what to do with the sides of the building. Because this is just a big box. I think it might actually be square. I'm not totally sure. So I just kind of threw some stuff down to get some depth in and some detail in, so it's not just the blank concrete wall and everything. But up on the roof here, I did add in some details, so it's not just the flat wall. So these angled pillars that go down here, they come up. And we got all these lines in the roof. I wanted these to be the metal foundations, or metal walls, but I don't have them unlocked yet. So we just used an unpainted fix-it wall. And they go all the way down and go to the other side, and they're rounded off with the same angled pillar with the concrete, just like on that side. I just thought it looked more interesting than just a blank concrete roof with nothing on it. But yeah, the building is pretty much ready to go. So now all I gotta do is actually build the factory that's inside of it, which this is now just a big old box of room for me to put everything in. Looking at the size of this place and looking at how many machines I need to build, I'm not confident that this is gonna be enough room to store everything in. So what I might have to do is take this foundation and like bring it around, and I could connect it to that tower over there. And then have more than one building. We could have another building here and maybe even one way over there if we need the room for it. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all the machines in here. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and get started on putting machines in here, and we'll see how much space we end up with. So I have started adding machines. It's not going to be enough space. The smelters alone took up an entire floor. And this is smelting all of the 4 pure full 270 belts worth of iron ingots. I don't remember how many smelters it is. What is this? 40 smelters. It is 40 smelters. Really? Wait. Hold up. Math. Let me do some math real quick. This doesn't seem right. Oh, okay. So, oh no, it is 9. It is 9. I just messed up the filter. I was gonna say, hold up, we're smelting 300 per row, not 270. Now it's 11? What? Oh, because I'm hitting the smelters back there on accident. That's why. Okay, so 9 smelters per row. So 1 row is 1 belt. So we have 4 rows. Anyway, and then I sent it up to a second level. This is just a logistics level. And this, I split everything up and balanced all the belts out. So we have each, the amount of resources we need that's going for each production line. So we have 240 ingots total for reinforced iron plates coming out of this, that's line. And then we got, 1 full 270, yeah, 270 belt plus 30 plus 60, from these 2 lines going in for all the basic parts. And then we have, 480 total. 1 full line plus most of a second line going for modular frames. So now, it's definitely not gonna be enough room to fit everything because this is the only floor I have left. There's not really enough space for 2 floors of machines. Not even if just constructors. I was thinking I could do like a half floor where there's like a part that's an overhang, but even just with constructors, it doesn't work. There's nowhere near enough space. So we're gonna have to add more buildings, but it's fine. It'll all work out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm probably gonna put the reinforced iron plates up here. I think it would fill the space nicely based off how many machines I'm gonna need. And then we're gonna have to go and make some more buildings for automating all the other stuff. And I'll have to transfer all the ingots, belt them all over to the other buildings. Okay, well, I set up the reinforced iron plates production up on this level. It pretty much fit the space perfectly, just about. So we've got all of the constructors making iron plates, and then all of the constructors using cast screws to make screws, and they go into 4 assemblers to make reinforced iron plates. We're making 20 per minute total, and then that goes into a smart splitter with an overflow to an awesome sink, and then the right output into the container, the storage container. And then I want to add, let me get on this here. Here we go. I want to add a dimensional depot up here, and then connect a lift to it and send it into it. But I do not have enough Mercer spheres for all those dimensional depots. So at some point, we're going to need to go on another expedition and go collect all of the Mercer spheres and stuff so I can set up automatic dimensional depot uploading to all of my production that I've been automating here. So now that we have this takes up the entire building for sure. So we're gonna have to come out here, and I have continued this pathway around. I've looped it around and go into this side. Obviously the foundations will need to go out further this way, and we're gonna have to add more buildings for sure. There's gonna be a building here of some kind. I don't know, I have to design it still. And then I don't know where the 3rd building is gonna go. It's probably gonna go here. But I was also thinking there is, I believe that's a pure limestone node. There's another pure limestone node over just on the opposite side of that building. And then there's the impure copper node, which isn't ideal, but it would allow me to produce limestone and copper. So that could be a 3rd building over here, depending on what we can fit in the other buildings. And I'm also still not totally sure what to do with these side pillars. I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and go for it and just extend them up farther than the building and see what it looks like. But we'll get back to that. I'm saving that for last. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started on extending all this foundation out and get work on another building to go in this area. Probably focus on having it make modular frames, but since we don't need any more smelters because we're smelting all the ingots in that building, there might be enough space to make everything else we need to make. So let's go ahead and get started working on that. Okay, well, I pretty much finished the entire front side of the modular frame building. It ended up doing a ton of work on it over here, and we also have this part that goes out on the side here too. It's one big building here and a second building here, and this second bit that's hanging over, I had to make it not have this be a floor because the natural terrain goes up and it wouldn't fit. And the reason why I needed this little extra cutout is because when I was first planning out the shape of the factory, these two layers here are the perfect amount of space for 10 assemblers to make modular frames in. And it fits perfectly. So we went ahead and did that. And when I was designing this building, I considered doing something with glass or something and doing like some glass building and doing a different style that's not very similar to this. But I decided since there's gonna for sure probably be more buildings here, I should just stick with the same style of building for just for this area, and then I can work with other different ideas in the other area. But make all these look fairly similar, look like they were all purposely built together. But I haven't done the back yet. I've only done the front. The back is just still a big old slab of concrete, and I haven't even finished up the walls going all the way up on the back side of the building either. I still got to work on that, and we still got to build up everything inside. We have 2 floors, one floor here, and there's gonna be a second floor here for making more stuff, because we got to make reinforced iron plates and iron rods to make the modular frames. And the awesome sink fits perfectly in this little 1 foundation wide gap, and the modular frames are going to be made here. So I figured we can send a storage crate, put it somewhere here, and have the overflow go into the awesome sink right here, because it fits, and it's very tall, and it won't fit on a single floor. So it might be difficult to squeeze everything in, because everything's got to cross back and forth here. But we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Now that we got the exterior of the building pretty much all good to go, there's just a few more things, and I have to do the back of the building, although I don't really want to. But we got that all good, so now I'm gonna put in all the machines and do the production line and all of that fun stuff. Okay, all the machines are in and good to go. Down here we're making the iron plates and the screws. These go up to a second floor, which we can get to through the catwalk up here. They go up to a second floor to produce the reinforced iron plates up here. And then on this floor as well, we're also making all the iron rods that we need. And then we get over to this, and this is spaghetti, and I don't even know what I did, to be honest. There's just conveyor belts going everywhere, but they're all in straight lines and 90-degree curves, and it works. That needs to be fixed. We're gonna 1 meter foundation, and I had to do it here too, a ramp. There we go. And actually, I think I fell. There we go. And I can't get to where I need to be. I did not design this with walkability in mind when I was designing it, but it's fine. I can get around well enough. Anyway, now we got that fixed. That's not clipping anymore. So all of this was annoying to try and figure out where everything's gonna go, but I think it works. I think I hooked everything up properly. And we got 5 assemblers on each floor making modular frames. We're making 20 per minute. And if we come down here, we got the smart splitter, overflow into the sink, and into the storage crate, which is right by the entrance here. And like I said before, once I get the Mercer spheres, I'll set up a dimensional depot and set it up on top of it like that, and then feed a conveyor into it so we can get that automatically uploaded into our dimensional depot. And I still have these signs here labeling everything. I'm gonna leave them there until I know that it works, because something might go wrong. And we're using 325 megawatts of power here. We're also using 307 megawatts over here, so that's 630 something megawatts of power. And I still have a whole nother building I gotta do over here to automate the basic rod, screws, and plates. This is gonna be using a lot of power. But I'm gonna build a building over here. Oh, I fell again. It has been a reoccurring theme when I've been building this place. I'm used to the jetpack still. Anyway, I'm gonna build another building here, and since we're looping this around, I will decorate out this tower and make it look good, or make it, look the same as the other one. We're gonna build up another building here to automate all the basic parts. So let's go ahead and get that done. Well, everything is done. Well, except for the back, but we don't talk about that. But anyway, the third building is now in place. Hello, Lizard Doggo on the stairs. He's going up the stairs. Anyway, we got the stairs going around. I love the stairs. They're awesome. And I just put in some railings in there, so we got them going around in a loop. I guess I could have made it go all the way to the edge there. I think that would have been too much stairs. This is a lot of stairs already. But if we come into this last building, this is the smallest building of the 3. Head on in here. We got 3 different crates. We are making iron plates, iron rods, and screws. Down here, this is all iron rod production. And then the second level is split between iron plates and screws. We're making 140 iron plates per minute, 125 iron rods per minute, and 100 screws per minute. And of course, we are using the cast screw recipe to do that. So we only need 2 constructors for that. And then the rest go to iron plates. And we split it up in down here so that we are only using 2 awesome sinks because they fit nicely in either side, either corner of the building there. And with all the smart splitter systems to automatically overflow them. And of course, same as before, once we get Mercer Spheres, throw a Dimensional Depot uploader in on top of all 3 of those crates there. But yeah, we're pretty much ready to go now. And I did the same thing with the stairs with the having them loop around like that. And I can probably change that to concrete, but I'll have to do like a half and half foundation. So I will do that off of camera. But I believe everything is all hooked up. Did I actually hook up the power in this building? Let's find out. Where is a power pole? Yes, I connect the power. We are using 764 megawatts of power to produce all these parts. And this is probably just for my inventory. I can probably reroute some of the parts if I need them, but this is mainly just for inventory, and it's gonna turn into basically awesome single points. And in order to get all the ingots over to the other 2 buildings, I made a conveyor bus line. It's just 1 tower tall, but we got four conveyor rows going on it. I believe 2 of them are full 270 belts, and then the other ones are not quite full lines. And they split up here. This one goes around the back of the building and feeds all the way over to this building. And I still haven't done anything with the towers because I don't even know if I want to keep them anymore, to be honest. They don't really fit with all the boxes that I made, but it's probably better that we have something that's not a box in this area to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. Enough stalling. I think it's time we just hook up the power and turn it on. Oh yeah, and this is still unfinished. I wanted to have like 2 3x3 towers going up and out on the side of the building. I put one on the other side, but now that the building's in, I don't really know if I need it or not. Because like my idea would be, you know, if I have these towers going up higher, then I'll have these towers going up higher, and potentially I could even round the corners off and stuff. But I don't know if I need it, so I'm just leaving it for now, and I'll come back to it once I figure out what to do with the towers and add in all the final touches to this area. And also, I have decided I'm probably not gonna make any copper in this area because I'm already out of room. And we cannot put a summer sloop in the miners to double the output, and we don't really have enough copper. But I believe this is a normal or pure node of limestone. So I will set up, it can just be a really small building like right here, just to make some concrete, I think. So I might need to remove that to make it easier to get there, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's turn on this factory and hope that everything just works. All right, so I totally forgot I was gonna do this earlier, but I need to unlock the power switch before I turn on the factory so that I can have the power switch to turn on the factory with.
Power switch unlocked. Fixit is proud to announce that the power switch facilitates power grid management through the application of the very latest advances in on-off switch technology.
Yeah.
Fixit. It's fun to have power.
It is very fun to have power. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Yeah, we have almost reached our capacity in max consumption. At least we haven't really gone anywhere near the max consumption because most of the things are off, but these will all consistently be running. And so now we have to troubleshoot. The miners are going, so that's good. Those are working. So now we can head over here to the smelters and see if those have gotten started yet. We're getting resources. Oh, we're getting 9 ingots. They're going in. Okay. We should be seeing, yep, look at that. We're already getting our first iron ingots coming out there. It looks like those smelters have the iron ingots, or ore hasn't made their way to them yet, but they're farther away, so I'm not surprised. Oh, and look at that. We already got some going there. And we've got some going up to make our plates up here. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, these aren't connected. What are they supposed to be? No power. Ah, I forgot to connect the blueprint. That's an easy fix. There we go. Easy fix there. Same for this one. Looks like I forgot to connect the blueprint, which, blueprint, I realize now, I never said anything about blueprints. I've been using blueprints this whole time, of course. I've made a ton of them. There's no way I was placing all of these by hand. So I just did 4 constructors in a row with inputs and outputs on going the same direction, and I did it going one with inputs and outputs going from left to right, one with inputs and outputs going from right to left. That way, because like down here with the mirrored stuff with the smelters, if I flip it around, the inputs and outputs are going to be on opposite sides, and I want them to all be on the back side. So I just did that for everything that I was needing to produce. Oh, let's see. That machine's green. Are we getting our first... Are we getting our first reinforced iron plates? There they are. All right. Okay, so those are working. I'll have to test their efficiency once all the manifolds fill up and everything. Let's head over here and check out these lines. Oh, that looks so cool. Look at all the iron ingots going. Can't really see them from down on the ground level super well, but they're going. They're making their way over. Let's check out the modular frame building here. We are getting iron ingots coming in here. It's just going to take forever for them to fill up and everything, because we're just waiting on the belts and the smelters and everything, and it just takes time. Oh, we got some iron plates and no screws yet. All right, why are we waiting for resources here? Oh, are there screws coming in? Screws coming in. Iron rods coming in. There are iron plates already. These are working. They're just taking their time for the manifolds to fill up as usual. And if we head upstairs, we should see the plates and screws are slowly starting to work. They're just taking their time. Oh, look at all those screws. I hate screws so much. So it looks like everything is hopefully belted up properly. And hopefully it was just those couple machines that I forget to connect to power. That was the only issue. But we'll see. I'm going to let these manifolds fill up and everything. And test and check on machine efficiency levels once everything's consistently staying green. No modular frames yet. I feel like by now we should at least be getting close, right? Oh, we have to make reinforced iron plates, that's right. So we should be starting to make reinforced iron plates, but not quite yet ready for the modular frames, I don't think. Let's check. Oh no, we're getting some. Okay, so this should be going here pretty soon. But while we wait for all the manifolds to get going and everything, why don't we head back to the hub and let's unlock the what is it, like expanded power infrastructure or something, to get the power towers, because that is the last milestone that we need to complete before all the milestones in tiers 3 and 4 are done. Yes, expanded power infrastructure. Let's go ahead and get that. I'm gonna need to get some more cable and modular frames, which I know I have enough of. Expanded power infrastructure all taken care of.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Thank you. I forgot that power storages were in this, which also I thought they took stators. They don't take stators anymore. So does that mean stators, we don't need stators for crafting anymore? What's going on there? I thought... Oh, right, it's not going to tell us what buildables needs. I thought, like, I only needed to make stators for power storage, but we don't need those for them anymore. I don't know if we actually need stators as an inventory item anymore now. Interesting. But, yeah, we got batteries and the power tower lines. It kind of makes these obsolete now, or at least for longer distances. But I'm going to leave these ones up because they look really cool. All right, well, it has been a couple of days now, and I have gone ahead and added in another building back here, which this building is just producing as much concrete as can be made from that one pure limestone node that is right over here. And I've also gone ahead and finished up adding just a little bit of detail in on the back side of the building and rounding the walkway off. And this area is pretty much now finished because I have also done this side of the building as well as the back of this building, which now it's pretty much completely dark. So can't really see it very well. Now that we're inside the modular frame building as well, I realized that the screws they weren't quite working for the reinforced iron plates to make the modular frames. There was, I think I'm making 300 per minute or something, or 310, or I don't know, more than 270. So I had to split it up into 2 separate lines and then merge them back together after the first 2 assemblers, so that we're making these. And I believe these have been working their way up to 100% efficiency. What's this one at now? 95. Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting pretty close. This one's also at 95. I think the rest are at 100. So we're getting there on that, and then the modular frames will get up to 100% efficiency here pretty soon. I mean, these first ones already are. I think the last ones are slowly, yeah, 75. They're slowly working their way there. We already have almost an entire container of modular frames. We already have entirely full containers of iron rods and iron plates, and we're about halfway down on the screws. And reinforced iron plates are also about halfway full on the container. And all of these are working at 100% efficiency. So all of this is good. And I have finally done something with the towers. I decided to just go ahead and extend them up to be taller than the rest of the buildings in the area. This looks kind of good from the front, like close up to it. I'm not totally sure still if I like it all that much or not. It looks cool, but it does, oh, I forgot to extend the pillars on that. It does look a bit plain. It feels like it needs something at the top. I'm not totally sure, but if we're like far away, if we're kind of over by our main base area currently, it looks awesome with the towers on the side. So if you have any ideas on what to do with the towers, let me know down in the comments below, and I will either figure something out in between episodes, or next episode I'll make some changes to them. So this whole iron factory is pretty much done, except for the billboards here and a couple of extra lighting details here and there, which I might have enough points now to unlock. Let's check how much it's going to cost in the awesome shop here. Okay, so it's going to cost 15 coupons, and I have 9, so I need to have 4 coupons sitting there. Let's go check that out. Oh, look at that. I have oh wait, that's 4. I can do math. I can do math. Okay, we're too short. So for now, we can just get the lighting. Oh, we got a voice line.
If you sense your productivity slipping when it gets dark, don't worry, this is perfectly natural. Fortunately, fix-it lights allow you to never experience wasteful darkness ever again.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get these lights into place. Now, the lower walkway is lit up. It's a little bit bright, but once I get the lights control panel, I will fix that. So now we just got to do the billboards up, and I missed. We got to do the billboards up top here. All right, so the billboards are in. I decided I don't really need to put any billboards up there. Maybe I can add them later, but for now, it looks good. Got some lighting in there, some lighting down below. I'll have to probably go back through and add some lighting in the rest of the place if I'm not too lazy and decide to do it. But yeah, this area is pretty much complete now. I don't think there's too much more we have to do. I'll probably find a couple of things here and there. But yeah, we're all good to go on this iron factory. But over here, there's some coal nodes, and there's a Mercer sphere right in the middle of them that I found earlier, and I decided not to collect it in case there was any voice lines. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that real quick. And there wasn't even a voice line. And actually, let's just check, see if there's... Okay, there's no other Mercer spheres nearby. What about Summer Sloops? Nope, okay. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be the end of the episode today. Kind of did a little bit too much in today's video compared to the rest of them, but that's okay. I just had a lot of fun building up all these buildings and automating all the basic parts, and I'm just really excited to complete phase 2 and move on to the next tier of stuff and get closer to tier 9 and all that fun new stuff. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you have any ideas on what to do with these towers, if you like them, if you don't like them, if you want to change them. And remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, all that fun YouTube stuff. And we'll see ya in the next one.